I'd love to hear what got you into photography. You don't have to be a pro to answer this question, just really anybody. If it's a hobby of yours, if you're, someone who just kind of does it on the weekends for, a little extra money, or if you're a full-time pro, I'd love to know your story. Like, what got you doing this? For me, it was my grandfather had an old Canon AE1 program, an old 35 millimeter film camera for the younger people that aren't familiar. And I just remember kind of stealing it one day. Like, he knew I took it. It wasn't like I actually stole it, but I'd always seen it sitting in his office, and he had some point and shoot cameras that I would kind of play around with. And I used to always look at his travel photos and laugh, because he always used to get his finger in the shot somehow on the point and shoot cameras. He had hands like bear paws, so that's probably part of the problem. But it really just started out with a curiosity, seeing those images and pictures of his travels and things like that. And then I think I was probably in 9th grade. I think it was about that time, was right around 9th grade time frame, is when I picked up his old AE1, and he was totally fine with me taking it and having it. And I remember taking it on a couple of school trips. My school did an interim trip, is what they called it, and you had it was basically like a week-long trip with your class. We would go to different things, and we went on, I think our freshman year, we did like college visits and stuff like that. Maybe it was sophomore year, I don't remember. But I remember we went and just saw different colleges, and we were on a bus a lot. And I remember taking pictures on the bus, pictures at the college campuses, and there was a photo I took of a friend in my class that like the light was just hitting her hair right coming in through the window, and it just had really beautiful kind of like golden vibes to it. So that was what started my photography journey, was really just, being inspired by my grandfather and taking his camera and just learning and playing. And I would love to hear how you ended up in this overly expensive but kind of amazing hobby.